You know what? I'll let you record.
Could you instead mute us so
Yeah.
that we can talk?
I can't do that because I have to listen to R3.
No, you can.
Oh,
No,
I
yeah,
suppose
thing-
I can mute. It only doesn't work if new people join. But yeah, I've muted you all.
Yeah.
Or you've all muted. So
Yeah, that way we can shit on
yeah,
each
I
other.
can only hear R3. See, this is now the issue. If Goose joins, I have to mute him as well.
Yeah, just mute him.
Alright, let's go then.
All right, let's go.
Yep.
Pop up OBS.
Yep. Oh shit, I started already.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is the second round in the karting league. I'm very excited to be bringing this to you along with my good friend R3, who definitely needs to wear some headphones because I can hear myself and it's very
Oh
often.
shit, my bad.
No worries.
Crap, my puppy.
So we're here at the track that is effectively Soto de Dueñas, but made as a karting track, and this should be an absolute shit show. But I'm very much looking forward to it. What are your thoughts coming into this race, R3? Who's looking good?
Honestly, it's gonna be an absolute mess. We've seen last time it was Nuno that had won, I believe, but he is not here today, so that will leave less competition, I guess. Honestly, I don't know who's gonna be a possible winner today. Yeah,
I actually think that
Plenty
Nuno
good
not
guys.
being here means
I put my money on Kraft and Kubo, which is not just because they're the top two in quality at the moment, but they are very fast boys, and Kubo took
Yeah.
Kubo took Nuno the whole way last time. Any update on that headphone situation?
Yeah, I'm trying to fix it.
Okay. Technical issues in the booth.
Better now.
Yeah, should be a fun one. Yeah, that's grand. That gravel trap is gonna absolutely murder people, and it's very weird that it was put there rather than at any other point. Like these
That's
ones
why
where we
I'm
just
not
have like a makeshift barrier. This is really poor track making. I'd love for this to get into UL. Caddo!
Oh, Kado, what a lap.
By a tenth and a half and a little bit more, Caddo for Kenza Motorsport will take pole position here at Asturias karting circuit. Kraft will start alongside him on the front row for a team that's name I can't actually dignify myself to say. Girouni for Scuderia Carmona starts in third alongside Kubo for British Aerial, starting in fourth place. Gamer 15 making a return to competitive racing, starting fifth place for BF Motorsport. What does the BF stand for?
It's I can't even remember. What is it? Let me just check.
Yeah, check it. I'll go through the rest of the grid. Suicide in the equivalent SCP car of this grid. The Velocity karting starts in sixth place alongside Gamer on the third row. We've got Andres ahead of Urist on row 4 of the grid. They'd normally be sharing row 9 in the Ultimate League race. They're ahead of Rosim and Goose, who round out the top 10. Dex Machina ahead of Emma Box. The Dex Racing team will lock out the 6th row of the grid. Kalitka ahead of Ruski for your 14-car grid, and almost the whole grid separated by less than a second. In fact, the top 12 only 7/10 apart on a track like that. It's a pretty impressive feat. So we'll have to see how they get along.
Very
Yeah.
close race it'll be.
What's that?
A very close race it'll be, it seems.
Mm.
Unless... Oh shit. Oh.
You could, mate.
I was supposed to do a screenshot. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I've got the recording, don't worry.
Alright.
Fun enough because I am recording. Shockingly, yeah. This should be really good fun. I've never commentated the karting race before. I attended the last one while watching Le Mans at the same time, and it was good fun. Got 5th place. I'm rooting on Kubo and Rosim today for British Aerial because I want to see them do well. But yeah, it should be an interesting one, definitely. I reckon the top 4, maybe 5. Yeah, maybe the top. I definitely think the top 4 will have practiced a fair amount for this track. And maybe Gamer, Suicide, Mar a little bit more, and then down to sort of Urist and below. I'm not sure there would have been that much practice done. Perhaps a little bit from Goose. I think he's quite into the karting stuff. But yeah, I mean, they might be reacting to me slandering them at the moment. I've got them muted, so I can't hear a word they're saying.
No.
Yeah,
Fuck you!
should be good fun. Should be good fun. Right, about to start here. We've got 43 laps ahead of us. The tyres last a ridiculous amount of time. Oh no, Dex got kicked and rejoined. Yeah, we're going to restart that.
Oh my god.
A little
I
delay
hit
to the start
enter.
procedure.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
Not a
my
big deal.
god.
We left.
I had a France karting moment.
Caddo did stall.
Wait a minute. It's only softs?
It's only something.
This is, for anyone looking, a little fun commentary trick. If you do get kicked back into the lobby during a race before it starts, go to
Oh my
settings, go
God.
to qualifying, and then you can go to this. I don't
Okay.
think there's anyone who's going to be asking for a stream. No, I think everyone's probably
Can
going
we
to be
just
racing.
have Kaletka in last?
Not here
This
at all.
is kind of ridiculous.
Is there an event for this? Yeah, there is. Let me start it.
It's always Kaletka.
The KZ Championship. This is good fun. I mean, there's a lot of leagues in UR2D esports that take themselves a bit too seriously. This one doesn't, for better or worse. But it is a fun league, definitely. It's appealing for people. The tracks may not be the highest standard, but people put a bit of effort in. These cars are small, nimble, pretty easy to race. I mean, yeah, you know, R3, give your thoughts. What do you think about the league as a whole?
It's an absolute mess because these cars are very slow but still very fast for their size, and it's going to be an
Are
absolute
they
carnage, I
slow
think.
though? Are they?
Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
think that's probably not wrong either.
Alright,
Here we go. It's 5 lights and we're underway here at the Asturias karting circuit. Cado gets a good start away from pole position. Grafos are behind him. Jaruni looking for the inside. Coming down to the Montevideo-esque right-hander. Oh, we've got
Oh
a
my
big crash in the background. Lots of cars going off the circuit. We're going to get
Everywhere.
sun coming, so it's pretty good there. But as we head into the hairpins, this is going to be absolutely chaotic. Oh, big pile up in the background there. Emma Box, Kalika and Rosine were the 3 cars mainly involved, and that is really poor for all of those drivers. They are not going to be happy about that whatsoever. The bottom 3 runners, Cado, Kraft, Kubo and Gamer, have broken away. As in a UL race, I'm sure they'll be looking to slipstream each other to victory. Oh, a little bit behind, we've got some fighting going on. Risky leads the pack with Uris and Risky's teammate Suicide. Risky's going to try and back up Uris, allow Suicide to get through perhaps, but Uris is the one who's come out best from all of that. Uris takes position, but then gets, oh my lordy lord, gets absolutely boosted round the corner, takes a bit of barrier, keeps in the lead somehow. Jaruni now sends a move up the inside, and we've got a big pile up on the gravel. Dex, Machina, Goose and Andres into the back respectively. Andres back up the inside of the Canadian, going into the right-hand hairpin, the first of the triple hairpin section, one of the boldest decisions in track making you would have seen.
First position now.
What's that?
Yeah, action on first position, just Kubo that just overtook Crap now. Seems the Gamer completely lost time here, seems.
Yeah.
No, 1 second behind.
Exactly is. Yeah.
No,
Frisky and Sue as well. Just going for it at the moment here. Let me.
Nice overtake on Jeremy here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let me turn up the alternate audio a little bit.
Yeah, no.
Oh, Suicide hard into the wall. That was the fault of Jaruni, it looks like. Big collision there. Rosine and Dex Machina battling in the background. Goose, Everbox, Kalika still dead last. That's it after that huge crash. Cado's going to try and use his ping to his advantage. This is an advantage that will be gone from him by the time in August he moves back to mainland Europe and no longer has that ping difficulty, for better or for worse for him. But Kubo is going to find it a very tough mission to overtake him. It is better to sit in slip and try and out-strategize him, or wait for a mistake like we saw there. Even then, Kubo unable to get past because Cado is just that difficult to get through on. Oh, Lord Andrews. Omar. Omar. You silly Billy. Might be playing with the Ethernet cable disconnected. Anyone who was here back in season 5
oh my
or
goodness,
6.
What was that?
Oh my lord, he's absolutely thunderfucked Deux Machina into a
That
wall.
was a very dangerous comeback on the track, I'd say.
I think that's broken the neck of the Italian, who is a mechanic for IRL historic cars. He's not going to be doing much more work with his hands after they've just had 17 fractures as a result of the Dutch driver attempting murder. Kraft going after Kubo. I'm going to get a close-up because this track really looks terrible from far out. I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Cado still leads. Kraft and Kubo, then Gamer, Uris. Oh, Suicide and Risky going at it. Look at Risky at the inside. He pushes off Jaruni, gets a penalty, rightfully so, but that does allow Suicide to just feed through as the Hungarian in the background just fed the Belarusian off the track. The Frenchman profits from it all. Side by side up the main straight, the former SCP and the current RMC driver both go up the track now, racing for their respective karting teams in this Saturday afternoon championship. And it is a thrill to watch two great racers go at it like that. Caddo still leads, Kubo and Kraft in behind. It looks like we're now in the pit window of the soft tyres, but R3, would you like to just recall what happened last race in terms of pit stops? How long did the softs actually last?
The softs didn't last that long actually. Some people tried to go very very forward, like at least 15 laps in the softs, but some were just pitting at like lap 8 or lap 9. It was very very different. Many people had very very drastical differences in their strategies. It was very strange. Somehow it worked, somehow it didn't. It depended on the strategy basically.
Yeah, it was bizarre that. So it was calculated by our good friend, the Polish man Kubo, currently sitting in second place.
Yep.
This league would be so much more fun without ghosted blue flags. Could you imagine? God, that would be such a shit show. Kubo calculated that I believe it was around lap 19 where a two-stopper and where a pit stop from soft to soft and a non-pit stop matter. Oh, pit bug. That is disastrous for Mark Andrews.
Oh my god. Yeah, he's 16 seconds behind now.
Yeah, he must have had to loop round and deactivate his pit bug. Pit bug, for those unaware, is a mechanism by which triggering a pit checkpoint, or more to the point, not triggering a pit checkpoint, or triggering one accidentally when not going through the pit lane, or not triggering one when you are going through the pit lane, results in being kept at pit limiter speed out on the main track, and that is not a good situation to be in because.
Yeah, it's bugging everyone too, because we just see Kalitka is now 7 seconds behind the
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's
Oh, it's a checkpoint bug. It's not a pit bug.
Yep, it is. It's a checkpoint bug.
So people are being put a lap down.
Yep. Oh, actually,
Caddo
he's
found
still
it
on
good.
lap 15.
Caddo was alright with it, funny enough.
Oh no, Crafty, yeah.
That's
Very odd.
weird. That's really bizarre. I wonder what it is then. Maybe if you're just driving close enough to the.
Perhaps they've cut.
We'll see how well Kubo and Gamer do with it.
Let's see.
Maybe that finish checkpoint extends a certain way into the pit lane, but not all the way. That is a possibility.
That is indeed a possibility.
Gamer has overcut the likes of Rosine and Girouni. And look, there we go. Caddo now down in 11th position.
Oh my goodness.
22 seconds off the back of Deux
What is
Machina.
going on this track?
Maybe it takes a lap or so for the pit bug to fully kick in, but I guess if everyone gets it, probably not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, there we go. Kubo down to P11. Urist and Rosine lead, not having pitted. Rosine, don't pit. Urist actually don't. I reckon Urist could win this race if he stays out, because he now has a lap on the entire competition.
Well, to be honest, there's still like 30 laps before the end of
That's
the
how
race,
I
so that's
win.
like.
Well, yes, but the tyres can only run out a certain amount. You can see they're brown at the moment, but they've got how much percentage life would you say that is at the moment? If you looked at your phone battery and saw that bar, you'd think it's on 10%, 5%.
Yeah, but in reality, on these tires, it's like 50%. That is ridiculous.
That's true. But still, will they be able to catch 18 seconds that Urus could make by not pitting
Who knows?
over the course of the next 25 laps? We'll have to wait and see here in this thrilling race at the Asturias circuit. Yeah.
That is going to be very funny, but actually, we see that Caldo is now 16 seconds behind, so he's.
It might be worth it. It genuinely might be worth it. I wouldn't say that a two-stop would be worth it at this point. I think going another lap down would not be an advisable strategy. But look, Urus has pulled a second back. He's just drifting through the hairpins, which weirdly works quite well because it allows you to cut the grass on the inside. His teammates, that's currently a 1-2 for the team in orange, that I wish I knew the name of, but don't.
The team in orange, allow me to check.
Thank you, R3. Oh, Andries, Goose, maybe Rosine. I think there was a big pile up in the background. If we look down 11th place, Rosine is there or thereabouts. Now 10th, Andries behind in 12th, and we might have just caught a little crash in the background. We'll go, actually, it's worth probably going to a wider view because we can maybe get more action like this. So Urus still leads. Caddo.
Yeah, 1-2 for Kenzo Motorsports.
What was that?
Kenzo Motorsports.
Ah, of course. Kenza Motorsport.
Beautiful team.
So
Caddo,
let's try and follow the fight for the net race lead. I don't think it's going to be worth Eurus staying out because Caddo has taken a chunk of lap time out of him. But if it starts raining,
Oh,
you never
that
know.
is-
If it starts raining, that'll be fascinating because we might actually see some people not pit for wet tyres, since 2 pit stops over the course of,
that
you
would be
know, a
crazy.
few laps would put you 2 laps down. I would love some rain just to really cap off
Oh
the
yeah,
hilarity.
it's not looking really possible right now, but who knows?
No, very sunny. But yeah, it's so for the net race lead, it is still Caddo going good. And then it's Kraft in third and Kubo in fourth, who has fallen off the back of him more into the clutches of Gamer, who, as you rightfully mentioned, was a good second off that pack. And Eurus is finally into the
Pitting.
pit lane. And I
Let's
think
see
he
where
will go a
he's
lap
at.
down. Oh, yes, look at that. So he's trimmed as close to the pit inside wall as he can in
Wait,
an
what?
effort to try and actually get that lap.
Where's
In effort to try and
P2?
actually get that lap. So what this will do is we'll have to wait and see a lap, but he has pitted and come out behind Caddo, not taking into account being a lap down. We'll have to see as he comes across the start-finish line if the game suddenly throws him into roughly
Let's see it.
9th place. Will it?
And he gets into P2. He stays
No.
P2.
Interesting.
What is going on?
We'll have to wait and see. Maybe it will be the next checkpoint or the one after that. It's going to be interesting. But I
That is
think
quite
by
hard.
trimming close to the inside wall in the pit lane, he has effectively been able to save himself 20, 24 seconds in the start. That's crazy.
Quite amazing. And
Because
yeah,
those-
he stays into P2.
Yeah, he really does. Okay.
AM surely very satisfied by that bug. Probably.
No.
I
Amazing
can't
bug.
believe it worked. My God.
Are we seeing some action here? Yes, we are. Kubo and Gamer. Battle for P4. Oh, almost sent it.
No! Why are you revealing my secrets?
I see.
Yeah, little typo. This direction doesn't have perfect spelling, I'm afraid.
It's alright.
I know, we've all been there. But Caddo still leads, Eurus second, 1-2 for Kenza Motorsport, then Kraft still in third for Little Honkers.
oh,
can't
you
forget
said
that
it
name.
actually.
Yeah. Gamer ahead of Kubo. It looks like we've got a battle further down the order. Was that Goose and perhaps Ruski? Or Goose and... have a look. Emma Box and Ruski fighting it over the 10th place spot, which I believe is the final points position in this league, top 10 system. Andres and Kalika and Deus Machina in the 14th place. It's all pretty close. Everyone has someone within a few seconds of them, and Eurus is doing a lot better than Caddo, making huge gains because of that massive overcut. He gets that tyre advantage.
Yeah, because Cardo's tires are absolutely dead right now.
Exactly. So that proposes a really interesting point for Caddo because Eurus was able to get that essentially free pit stop. Let's pretend
yeah,
it's
pit
not a
stop.
bug and sort of count it as like a safety car pit stop, and the fact that he only got a third of the time that it would normally cost him. It raises an interesting strategic question.
Yep.
Because Caddo now has to come in because Eurus was catching him anyways, which means that Caddo is now 2 stopped and he's going to absolutely ride that wall like it is
Everyone's pitting right now.
fucking Bronco. Gamer unfortunately could not ride that inside wall because his pit box fell pretty much on the start finish straight. So are we going to see Gamer be put a lap down from the rest of them? This is quite interesting. Gamer still currently where he was, ahead of Kubo, behind Kraft, Jaruni in there too. Gamer just in that unfortunate position of that middle pit box, pretty much on the start finish straight, and we might see him be put a lap down from that as a result, as we see him go through, crossing the line, 11th place. But Kubo there as well.
Oh, what?
So Kubo has also failed to follow the race director's instructions of staying close to the wall. Caddo, who did just that, has managed to get himself a free pit stop and is currently, I don't know how many seconds ahead, but quite a long way.
Oh, he is quite a long way ahead, yeah.
He is a lap. He is a lap and probably 5 or 6 seconds ahead. So I would say that he is 30 seconds ahead because of not having that bug. The results of this race I'm so glad that I'm not one of the organisers in this league, because that would be a headache to figure out.
Yeah, we will have to discuss about that probably with our league organizer because that is quite.
I'm so glad I'm commentating this race. This is so much fun.
This is
So Eurus
quite
still out in the
annoying.
lead. He's got a bit of life left on those tyres, and he's got 10 more laps to complete on them. Caddo is fast approaching. Kraft as well. Eurus could risk a pit stop here and probably make the time back up on Caddo if he was able to get the pit stop correct and not get the lap down bug. If he did a pit now, he would come out around Kraft's position with much fresher... with somewhat fresher tyres, not considerably. Yeah. But it's not worth it really for him, considering how far he stretched that first stint, for him to now pit. So it is probably worth him firming it out to the end and seeing. I don't think he'll stay ahead of Caddo. Will he be able to stick ahead of Kraft coming out of the final hairpin as Eurus goes down that main straight? That is very reminiscent of Montevideo. I will be having chats with Kiato after the race because that might be intellectual property theft.
There is a lot to understand on that race because that was very strange.
Jiruni is in 4th place.
I don't even know how he got there, but yeah.
I think he was part of that pack, definitely, with Gamer and Kubo, and they both went a lap down after their pit stops. He did not, and therefore is 14 seconds ahead of Gamer, who in himself is fighting Kubo at the moment. This is only 6th position. They've had some very long pit stops this race, for sure. Yeah. We're going to get a fight for the lead soon, so we'll only stay here for a little while longer, but they are fighting over a position that they will almost certainly not be happy with claiming after the race. But it has been an absolute masterclass for Kenza Motorsport, who see their cars 1 and 2, and it might just be time for Eurus with literally 5 laps remaining. He could even try and hang it out. Oh, we're going to get a lag storm. This will be the perfect ending.
Oh my god, if it crashes now.
And we're gonna have a rain! Now that is the perfect ending.
Yeah,
As if by magic, Eurus and Caddo, with Eurus right ahead of his teammate on so much more worn tyres, is still there. He just gets punted through the apex by Caddo. You can't really complain about that.
Going on to the pits.
They both stay out because it's light rain. It may be fake rain, but also with how dodgy the pit lane is, they don't want to risk the stop. So Kraft stays out, Jiruni stays out, Suicide stays out, Gamer is in. I guess they sort of have nothing to lose, but he is not following the race director's instruction to hug the inside pit wall. Kalitka did, and we'll have to see how that stacks up as they end lap 38 of this race, because that would be very interesting to see. Eurus is now going to be shedding time on Caddo. If I was Eurus, I would have risked pitting for the Inters because he had nothing to lose. He had such worn tyres that it'd be worth it if you can get that pit stop right and make back up the time. I think it would have been perfect for him. We'll follow on board with Gamer and Kubo right now. Will they be put another lap down? Kubo has not been. Gamer has. Gamer down into P11. Risky by hugging that inside wall, despite the fact he didn't even stop for Inters. He came through the pit lane and stopped for soft compound tyres, which must have been a mistake. No, Kalitka was the one who came through. Kalitka did stop for Inters. Sorry, that must be right. Kalitka came through for his 3rd pit stop, stopped for Inters, and is now a lap ahead of Gamer 15, who we can see is down in 11th place, at least half a lap ahead. But meanwhile, still out front is Caddo, not risking that stop onto Inters despite the fact that the weather is so clearly here to stay, and Kraft will have no choice but to go absolutely through his UL team owner. Eurus, like the spirited racer that he is going to fight this one all the way if he can. The sun is coming back, and Eurus is coming back up the inside of the young Finn. Can he try another move? He just clips the inside wall. Those tyres are deader than my nan, but he's still managing to get through, try and overtake the little honker's car that comes through to lap game on Goose, and he goes out the inside, and Eurus is going to be sued out of existence for that move, because that was the dirtiest thing I've seen since my pants when I realised I had to race in UL the other day. That was unbelievable. Eurus coming back at Kraft coming back at Eurus. Everywhere you look, there's action. Everywhere you look, there's controversy. But this is a race that will go down in the history books for the right or wrong reasons here. And Caddo will win the karting race here at Asturias. Kraft, after a hard fight with Eurus, will
This
take
is
second,
brutal.
and Eurus will make it a double podium for Kenza Motorsport. That was quite something. Jaruni will come. There's still going to be more than enough time for all the finishers to come through. So Jaruni will come through in 4th place. Suicide in 5th position. A good finish for him. Kubo has been absolutely robbed of what could have been a great result with him being so far up the front, but a lap bug had put him a lap down and he never recovered that lap. 6th place for the Polish driver, but for the British team. Kalika up to 7th after following instructions with that final rain stop. He managed to snag a P7 after the beginning where he was P14, I believe. Risky takes 8th. That's a good result for him. Game Mongoose will come through. We're going to get more rain. This is hilarious. Game Mongoose will come through. Gamer, I believe, must have been around him, but has dropped back because of the inters on a dry track. So Gamer will come through, take 10th. Where was that?
5th position lost from Gamer.
Yeah. And Emma Box in 11th. Andries in 12th. I'm not sure if he got pit bugged. I think he's just slow. Rosine will take 13th place.
Wait, no. Wait. Oh, Makina is a lap behind. Okay.
Oh, Rosine gets put ahead of Andries.
Oh my god, what the hell just happened?
So Andries' timer
What the hell was with all the
Andries
pet
+20
bugs?
seconds.
Right. And
Idiot.
Makina will not finish the race.
Oh my god.
And I'm going to unmute everyone now so we can have a bit of commotion.
Amazing race.
Eurus,
What's
Goose,
with all
you
the
can now
pet
be
bugs?
heard.
I'm so confused.
Well, I have to
It
say
wasn't
that
that.
Kubo is an idiot. That's all I have to say.
Wow.
I'm an idiot? Why?
Skip literally told you what to do and you still did, and that's so funny. But yeah, I went for it.
I was right next to Gamer, and I went in, and then I was like, oh shit, I should have been next to the pit wall. It was too late.
Yeah, you know, my pit strategy, I was going for the 22 plus 21. It was probably too much to actually work.
Yeah.
But then when you announced the pit bug, I was like, well,
Just see how far you can go.
Yeah, it's quite possible that if I hug the wall,